Hi, I'm Britt. Welcome to Kettlebell Solo class. I'm really excited that you're here with me today, and I'm excited to share some new kettlebell moves with you. Kettlebell Solo is a foundational kettlebell program that builds strength, enhances fitness, and improves your body awareness. There's no kettlebell experience required to participate, and both beginners and advanced kettlebell lifters will benefit from this class. All you need to participate is one 10 to 30 pound kettlebell. And if you're interested in learning how to pass kettlebells with a partner down the road, this is the best way to prepare your body to do so. Before we dive into our class today, I'd like to remind you to please listen to your body. If at any point during the class you need to take a break, if you need to regress an exercise to an easier version, if you need to use a lower number of reps, if you need to even skip an exercise altogether, please do so. This is your class, and I'd like to invite you to please be responsible for yourself and adjust the class according to your needs. Let's review the stances that we're going to use in class today, and then we'll go right into our warm-up. In Kettlebell Solo, we like to use different stances or different positions that we do the exercises in because it helps us build a more well-rounded strength and prepares our bodies for different positions. There's two different types of stances we'll use: square stances and stagger stances. Today, we'll be using 3 different square stances and we'll be using 2 different stagger stances. So please follow along with me. I'll just walk you through what those stances are, try them out so you're comfortable with them, and then I'll remind you which ones we're using during the class. We'll start off in a narrow square, and it's actually the position I'm using right now. So your feet will be right next to one another, legs are touching. This is narrow square. Neutral square will be feet about hip width apart. Then we have wide square, which is feet wider than hip width apart. Those are our 3 square stances. Now for our stagger stances, we'll be using a neutral short stagger. So from our hip width, feet hip width apart, we're going to step 1 foot length forward. So from the side, looks here, neutral, we'll step 1 foot length forward. This is our neutral short stagger stance. The second stagger stance we're going to use is a wide short stagger. So feet wider than hip width apart, and then step a short distance forward. So this will be our wide short, and with all of our stagger stances, we'll be doing the exercise on both sides. So if we begin with our right foot forward, we would switch and do that same stagger stance for the exercise on the other side. Now let's jump into our warm-up. So go ahead and find a comfortable stance. I'm going to use a neutral square stance, and we're going to start with some neck mobility. So we'll just check in with how our neck and our spine is feeling today. So go ahead and take an inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, and then slowly look up towards the ceiling as you exhale. You're going to breathe in and out through the nose, nice and gentle. And think of being nice and gentle with your movement. So no need to push yourself to the very end range. Just push yourself to where you feel a slight stretch, and then be gentle as you move back and forth. Maybe you stay at that same range. Maybe you'll find the range opens up a little further as you move through the repetitions. Go ahead and come back to center. You're going to turn and look over your right shoulder, and then slowly turn, look over your left shoulder. Seeing if you can keep the rest of your body still as you do this, and just moving the neck. Use your eyes to look behind you and extend that range of motion just a millimeter further each time. Maybe notice how things feel from left to right. See if there's any difference. It's all good information to have. Coming back to center, let's drop your left ear down to your left shoulder, and then nice and slow, right ear down to your right shoulder. Feel free to close your eyes. Take those nice smooth breaths in and out through your nose. No rush, no strain. So during this class, I'd like you to think of being kind and gentle with your body throughout the class. There's no need to strain or force with any of the exercises we're doing. Our next one, we're going to do chicken double chin. Great name, right? You're going to go chicken, stick your face forward, and then create a double chin glide back. So this is a great exercise to check your neck and just see what you feel between these two positions. You might feel a little more strain on your neck and back when you're in the chicken position. And when you glide your neck back, there might be more ease there. So just pay attention to this even as you're going about your day, and notice whether you're in the chicken or double chin position, and see if you can find something right in the middle of those two. Then next, we're going to do a few circles. You're going to tuck your chin to your chest, roll your chin to that left shoulder, drop your left ear, slowly extend back and around, drop your right ear, chin to your chest, and then reverse, chin to that right shoulder, drop the right ear, back and around, left ear down, chin to the chest, one more each direction, chin to the left shoulder. Again, nice and slow, no forcing on the range of motion. You can take a smaller range of motion if that feels better for you. Reverse. Good, and relax. Our next exercise, we're going to do some pelvic tilts. I'd like you to find your wide, short stagger stance that we went over earlier. So feet wider than hip width. Take one foot step forward. So think of your heel of the front foot and your toes of the back foot will be in line. Little bend in the knees. Take your hands to your hips. And we're going to do about 10 pelvic tilts here. So think of lifting up the back of the pelvis and then lifting up the front of the pelvis or tucking your tailbone under. Nice and gentle in this movement, breathing in and out through the nose. Think of a 10% effort in terms of how hard you're contracting the muscles of your back and your abs. So it's not a hard contraction, it's a gentle, subtle movement. This is going to help us be more aware of what pelvis position we're using when we're doing our training today. And I may even refer to it at different points down the during the class and remind you whether we want to be more in a position where we're lifting up the back of the pelvis or if we want to tuck under a little bit and engage the lower abs more. Now you see why I said around 10 reps, because I can't really count and talk. So that's going to be about 10. We'll switch it, other side. It's not an exact science here. Little bend in the knees. We're in that wide, short stagger on the other side. Going for about 10 reps. Now this exercise, you may find you don't have a lot of range of motion to start. That's okay. Do your best to really just keep the movement isolated to your pelvis. And over time, as you gain better awareness and connection with your lower back and your lower abs, you'll find that you're able to improve the range of motion or get a greater range of motion. And go ahead and relax. We're going to grab our kettlebell and we're going to do a kettlebell handcuff with a hip hinge. So the handcuff, grab hold of the kettlebell handle. Here, you're going to think of squeezing your shoulder blades together. So we're opening up through the chest, keeping the chest nice and tall. Go ahead and find a neutral square stance, feet about hip width apart. And we're going to work on our hip hinge here. So little bend in the knees. You're going to hinge forward. You can let your hands rest on your booty and come back up nice and slow. Now try to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine as opposed to craning the neck here. Try to tuck that chin a little bit. It's going to be a more comfortable position for your neck. Good, really thinking about pushing your butt back, feeling some stretch and work in those glutes and hamstrings. And think about slightly tucking your pelvis under throughout the movement so that you feel your abs as well as your hips and your glutes. Doing the handcuff with the kettlebell should make it easier for you to keep a nice flat back in this position, which is what we want when we're doing our hip hinges or deadlifts. Go ahead and do 3 more. Driving out of the feet to stand. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. You can set your kettlebell down. Now we're going to go into some squats. We're going to do a wide square squat. So that means feet wider than hip width apart. Remember that you can either keep toes forward and just make sure that your knees track your toes, or you can turn your toes out and make sure that your knees track your toes that way. So I'm going to opt for toes forward today. Please choose whatever variation feels good for you. We've got 10 reps here. Sinking the hips down, weighting those heels, and then driving up. Something that helps me think about engaging my glutes a little bit more is imagining I could slide my feet outward, creating tension in the muscles on the outside of my glutes and hips by pushing pressure into my feet outwards. That helps me feel more activation in my booty and in the lower body in general. I think that's 4. Don't worry, when we're doing our working sets, I'll keep better track of the reps just during the warm-up, where it's a little bit less important exactly how many reps you're doing. More important to just tune into the body and see how it's feeling today. I like to bring my hands out just for balance. You don't have to. You can keep them at your side if you prefer, or hands on your hips, whatever feels good for you. Last 2. Last 1. Good. We'll finish our warm-up with some ankle mobility. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on your left leg, lift your right. Now please feel free to grab hold of a chair or the wall or something to help you with your balance. Or if you want to test your balance, feel free to do it without. You're going to lift your leg out to the side. So we'll kind of tease our brain a little bit with this. And then you're going to go ahead and do some nice slow ankle circles here. So you may notice if you're used to doing your ankle circles out here, it may confuse your brain a little bit to bring the leg out. And it's also a nice challenge on the standing leg. Nice easy breathing, nice slow circles, and reverse direction. I also recommend, if you're able to, with where you're working out, to work out barefoot so you get a little extra strengthening work for your toes, your feet, and your ankles. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. You're going to stand on that other side. Give that other leg some work. Give that other ankle an opportunity to get out its snap, crackles, and pops. And go ahead and reverse. Again, we're doing about 10 reps. Somewhere between 5 and 10. It's going to be plenty, just getting those ankles loosened up. Last 1. Good, and relax. Okay, warm-up is complete. We're going to go into our first round of exercises. So if you haven't been to class before, we often will do a first round and a second round. In the first round, we'll have 3 exercises. We'll do 2 sets. And then in the second round, we'll have a different 3 exercises and we'll do 2 sets. And sometimes we add a little extra at the end. But just so you know the format of what we're going to be doing, you can mentally prepare. For our first round, as I mentioned, we got 3 exercises. The first exercise is going to be a crush grip squat. So you're going to be holding the kettlebell in a crush grip, and we're going to be doing some isometrics where we're pressing into the kettlebell and activating the upper body. Then we're going to be doing a shin circle in our neutral square position. We're going to be circling the bell around the shin, and then we'll be doing it around the other leg. And our last exercise, we'll be doing some A-turns with stepping. Okay, so here you're going to be adding a step to your A-turn, a back step. So if you were here last class, we did an A-turn with front step Today we're going to bend your brain a little bit and do an A-turn with a back step. So for our first set of crush grip squats, you're going to use a neutral square stance, so feet about hip width apart. You're going to do your crush grip. I'm going to demonstrate the first rep for you, and then we'll do reps together. So you're going to come down into your squat. As you come up, finish at the top, then we're going to squeeze into the bell for a 5-second isometric. I want you to think about pushing with 10 to 20% extra effort into the bell. So we're activating the arms, the pecs, okay, the core as we push into the bell. Once we've got that 5 seconds, I want you to come back down, do your next rep, 5-second isometric. Okay, so we're going to do between 5 and 10 reps. I'm going to let you choose exactly how many you want to do. I'm going to be doing 10 for those of you who want to go all 10. Otherwise, feel free to stop at 5 and rest until we finish the rest of the reps. Go ahead and grab your kettlebell. Ready, set, go. So come on down. Bring it up. At the top, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's 2. Come on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. Squat. Drive out of those heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 4. Nice work. Exhale it up. Here we go. Press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 6. Inhale it down. Exhale it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 7. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 8. Last 2 coming up. Press it in. 10 to 20% effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, 9. Last one. Bring it up. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 10. And rest. Talk about adding some upper body work to your squats. Okay, exercise number 2. We got shin circles, neutral square position. So we're going to go clockwise, 10 reps, counterclockwise 10, and then right into that other side. Again, feel free to start with 5 in each direction, especially if this is your first class today, and take a little extra rest. Hinge at those hips. Let me go diagonal so you can see my back position. I'm going to keep my back nice and flat and really place my weight in my hips. So make sure you're not tucking your tail under. This is an exercise where we want to lift up the back of that pelvis a little bit. Ready, set, and go. Right leg first, going clockwise. 1, 2, 3. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse direction. 10, 9. Engage your lower abs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Brief pause. Again, make sure that you're staying in that nice flat position. Now, if you do feel your lower back a little bit, that's okay. You are going to feel some burn in your lower back. However, you should also be feeling work in those hamstrings and glutes. Left side, clockwise first. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7. Try to stay with me on the speed. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bells down. Our next drill, I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation on this. If you've been to any class before this one, you have done the A-turn, where we're just switching the bell back and forth. If you were here in the last class, you know that we did step, step with our A-turn. Step, step. So that was an A-turn with front step. Today we're going to do an A-turn with back step. So again, a little bit of a brain bender. If you get confused, you want to stick with the one we did last week, go for it. Stick with that one. But if you can, try it with me. Don't worry if you mess up the first time. That's okay. Just try to jump back in, have fun with it, play with it. Don't worry about doing it perfect. So let me show you first, and then we'll try it together. We'll start with a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to switch it back, forward. Okay, so we go step, 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 step. So notice that as the bell moves forward, I step back. So I'm counterbalancing the kettlebell. So here, that's my back step. And then as the kettlebell comes across and it's moving back, that's when I return to my original position, or I step forward. So back, and then as this bell comes across, I step forward. So it should feel like you're in rhythm with the kettlebell. Okay, we're going to give it a try. Again, don't worry about perfection. We're just practicing and having fun. We're going to do a 3 count with the bell on the left side. It's going to come across the body. Then as it moves forward, you're going to take your back step, and then you're immediately going to step forward. So let's give it a shot. We're going to try 10 reps on the right, and then we'll do 10 reps on the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Step, step. Step, step. 2. Step, step. 3. Step, step. 4. Step, step. 5. Step, step. 6. Step, step. 7. Step, step. 8. Step, step. 9. Step, step. 10. Excellent. Bell over to that right side. We're going to do the same thing. Now we're just going to be stepping with the left. We're going to bend your brain again a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Step, step. 1. Step, step. 2. Step, step. 3. Step, step. 4. Step, step. 5. Step, step. 6. Step, step. 7. Step, step. 8. Step, step. 9. Step, step. 10. Nice work. Bells down. That's going to complete our first set. We're going to come back to our first exercise, our crush grip squat. We're going to make it a little more spicy this round. So instead of squeezing your bell in the isometric at the top, guess what? We're going to squeeze it in isometric at the bottom. So we got a double isometric of the legs and the upper body. So we'll come down. We're going to do that 5-second squeeze in this bottom position, and then we drive it back up. So again, between 5 and 10 reps, if you're really feeling those 5 reps, you feel that's the right dose for your body, feel free to set your bell down and rest. If you want to do 8, do 8. If you want to go all the way and do 10, awesome. Okay, grab your bell, neutral square stance. Ready, set, go. Come down, Squeeze 5% effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the arms, drive it up. Here we go. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 3. Go to the depth on the squat that works for you. Come on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 4. Bring it up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Bring it up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 6. Come up, back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 7. Drive up. Last few. 5, 4, 3, 2, 8. Last two. 5, 4, 3, 2, 9. Let's do it. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 10. Excellent job. Quick breather. Whew, that one will get you sweating. Okay, we got round 2 of our shin circle in neutral square position. Bell in the center of that neutral square. Feet about hip width apart. If you need a little bit more space, you can feel free to widen that stance a little bit. Come on down into your hinge. Right leg first. Ready, set, and go. Clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it over clockwise on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse it out. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake those legs out. Okay, our last exercise of round 1, set 2. A turn with our back step. You got 2 options. The first option is to repeat what we did last time and do your step, 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 step. Doing all 10 reps on right and then all 10 reps on left. If you want to do a little bit of an extra challenge, bend your brain again, double time, you can try the quick step. So what that's going to look like: 1, 2, 3, step, 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 step. Okay, so a little bit faster and you're stepping continuously. We're going to do 10 reps total. That means we'll complete a full cycle and that'll be 1. So each side will step 10 times. So your choice. I'm going to do the quick step for those of you who want to try it. If you want to practice what we did in round 1, go for it. Let's start with a bell on your left side and then we'll bring it across. We'll begin our step with the right leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and step, 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 1, step, 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 2, step, 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 3, step, 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 4, step, 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 5, step, 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 6, step, 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 7, step, 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 8, step, 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 9, step, 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 10. Excellent job. Timing on that one is tough. So again, we're just having fun practicing. If you didn't get it that first time around, that's okay. It took me a while to get these stepping exercises down. We'll have plenty of more practice in the future. So just have fun with it. Progress over perfection. Next, we're going to go into round 2. So if you need a quick sip of water, please feel free to grab that now. Then we're going to go through our round 2 of exercises. So as you're grabbing a sip of water, please feel free to just listen, pay quick attention to what I'm going to go through, and then we'll do it together. So we're going to do a tempo kickstand squat as our first exercise in a wide, short stagger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in wide, short, and then I'm going to come into a kickstand position on my back leg. Then I'm going to do my squat where 80% of my weight is on that front leg. Okay, so and we're going to do this tempo as well. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's going to be a lot of loading of this front leg. And you have a few options here. If you haven't done these before or this is your first class, I would say stick with body weight. Don't use your kettlebell and just focus on the tempo and getting really good quality reps there. If you want to add weight, you can revisit our crush grip from our first round and you can use your crush grip. Okay, no isometrics this time, but just holding on to the bell with the handle facing down. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can do a single bell rack position. So that way we're even really loading this side a little bit more. Okay, so you choose the variation that works for you on that exercise. Our second exercise will be our Shin circle figure 8 in that neutral square position. So you'll be bringing the kettlebell through the legs in that figure 8. And we'll make sure to reverse the direction there as well. Our last exercise is going to be an around the body handoff in our neutral short stagger position. Around the body handoff just means circling the bell fully. Okay, make sure your arms are straight on this exercise as opposed to bending the arms. This is going to place too much tension on the biceps and forearms, so we want to keep that relaxed. And a nice tight grip here that's going to help activate the entire upper body, as well as making sure that we're keeping our shoulders engaged as opposed to really just relaxing the shoulders and letting the bell pull us as we go around. Think of keeping a tall posture, engaging the shoulders, engaging the lats. Think of similar to that crush grip, how we really engage the upper body. Think of that same sensation as you're doing your around the body handoff. So you're engaging everything in the upper body and in the core. Okay, hopefully I gave you plenty of time for a sip of water and now you're ready to go. So you're going to choose your squat variation. Remember, we're doing a wide, short kickstand. So I'm going to use my crush grip for this first set. Okay, tempo here. So I'll count it out for you. Most of your weight on that front leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 5. Nice job. Switching your stance. Find your wide short stagger on the other side. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. Whew, okay. Legs are nice and warm, so we're ready for our shin circle figure 8. So again, remember to keep your back nice and flat. Focus that weight in the hips. Going for our 8. I'm going to bring the bell behind my left leg first. I'm going to grip it with my right, and then I'm going to be switching it behind my left leg. Ready, set, go. We got 10 reps here in each direction. 1, 2, remember to engage your lower abs. 3, that'll take some pressure off your lower back. 4, 5, if you feel your back a lot, you could tuck your tailbone under a little. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reverse it, here we go. 10, 9, keep your torso as stable as possible. 8, no movement there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. We've got our around the body handoff next. So remember what I said about how we crushed that grip in the first round. Think about activating your upper body in the same way when we're doing these handoffs. Neutral, short stagger. Start with the bell at your hip. Right hand grabs onto the right corner of the handle with that bell at the left hip. 1, 2, 3, go. That's 1. 2, count it out loud with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it up. Switch it. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that upper body engaged. 5, 6, squeeze the bell handle. 7, 8, 9, 10, bring it up, and relax. Okay, set number 1 done. Again, if you need any sip of water or anything, please feel free to do so. And we're gonna go into our second round of our drills. So we've got our tempo kickstand squat, wide, short stagger again. Now feel free to use the same version you did the first time or something different. I'm going to try out the rack one this time, so we'll give that a shot. Kickstand, 80% on that front leg. So we'll go 4 counts down, 4 counts up. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. Switching sides. I'm going to angle to the side so you can see my position from this side. Okay, find your wide short stagger. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. Nice work. Quick breather, then we'll go into our shin circle figure 8 and we'll finish off with our around the body handoffs. Neutral square, set yourself up, hinge at those hips. I'm going to start again going behind my left leg first. We got 10 reps in each direction. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. Nice and smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse it. Here we go. 10, 9. Try to make those 8 smooth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So our last drill, we have our around the body handoff. If you'd like to do it the same way as the first round, stick with that. Now I have a challenge to introduce for you if you want to try something just a little bit harder. So in addition to the stances we've already covered, there is actually another stance which is called an inline stance, which means that your feet are in line. So as opposed to a narrow stance, which would be out here, our feet are actually going to be one in front of the other. So if you'd like to give it a try, you can try a inline short stance. So inline short, toe to heel, as you do your around the body handoff. Okay, this is going to make it a lot more challenging in your balance. As that bell starts to circle, it's going to want to pull you one way or the other. So just be aware of that if you're trying it. If you need to step out, catch your balance, and reset, you can do that. If that's a little too much for your balance today, feel free to just use your neutral short stagger again. So give it a shot. 10 reps in each direction. It's your last little effort before we move into our cool down today. So I'm going to start with my right foot forward in an inline short stance. Bell to my left hip, right hand on the right corner of the handle. Starting in 1, 2, 3, go. Doing that circle. 1, 2, count it out with me. 3, 4, I want to hear you counting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bring it up. Okay, we got to reverse directions here. Just know the bell might pull you off balance a little bit. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bell up. All right, we're going to switch our stance. So now we're going to go left foot forward. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it up. Reverse it. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bell up. Nice work. Set it down. Great job, you guys. You've made it through the workout. Now we're just going to take it through our cool down. So we're going to begin with some pelvic tilts and we'll finish it out with some breathing. Let's revisit our neutral square stance. So feet about hip width apart, little bend in your knees, take your hands to your hips, and let's go ahead and work through 10 reps of the pelvic tilt. So in addition to being a good way to prepare your body for training and help you find your pelvis position, this is also a great way to relax your back and alleviate any stiffness in the back and the hips after your workout. I'd like you to start thinking about breathing in and out through your nose. Just start to slow your heart rate down and bring your body back to a rest and recover stage. Once you get to 10, meet me in a wide, short stagger, so feet wider than hip width. That same stance we used for our kickstand squats. You're going to hinge at your hips, and I'd like you to lightly place your hands on your knees, your kettlebell handle, a chair in front of you, anything that gives you a little support. And we're going to do our hip hinges here, our pelvic tilts here. Going for 10 reps. We spent a lot of time in the hinge position with our shin circles, so we want to just move our pelvis through its full range of motion and loosen up any tension or stiffness here. Good. Go ahead and switch our stance. Wide, short on the other side. Hinging back. 10 reps. Three more. Good, and go ahead and relax. We're going to take it down to the floor. We're going to finish out with a couple of breathing exercises. The first one is a crocodile breath. So if you already know what it is, feel free to get into position. If you don't, I'll walk you through it. You're just going to create a little pillow for your forehead. Place your forehead down as you're laying on your stomach. As you inhale, I want you to think about pushing your belly into the floor to lift your spine up and away from the ground. And as you exhale, collapsing the belly and letting your spine come back down to the floor. So we're working our diaphragm and our respiratory muscles. We're going to do about 10 reps. So I'm going to do 10 reps slowly, and then whatever number you get to, I'll let you know when I'm there. Then we're going to flip over and finish our last set of breathing. So lay down on your belly. Place your hands down to create a little pillow for your forehead. Then place your head down and go ahead and do your 10 breaths. Once you get to 10 breaths, go ahead and roll over onto your back. We're going to do 5 minutes of nasal belly breathing. So that means you're going to be breathing in and out through your nose, inflating your belly as you inhale and collapsing your belly as you exhale. So if you've never done 5 minutes before, just do your best to stay present. Even if you've done it before, just stay as present as you can. Listen to your breathing, listen to your heart rate. Breathe nice and slow. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes, and I'll let you know when we're there. So go ahead and lay on your back. Find whatever's a comfortable position for you. Close your eyes if you like. And if you want to place your hands on your belly, feel free to do so. That's our timer. Come on back up. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.